Hey all, Hipper here. So, it's been a while. We're checking out the Hipper today because we're testing out the new tracers that you can get on the German ships if you buy one of the weird racing guises that are for sale. I'll show you later, but I wouldn't spend money on this thing because the color of the tracers is like the most urine colored thing you will ever see in a game, I think. And it has an added downside as well that makes you think that you're always shooting HE, so it's not a good thing to buy. Let's just look at my setup here. It's Razor Fishy. I have him on top of Tenant and pure agile build here with Azure Lane Baltimore and whatever her name is. And on the ship, we have aiming systems, steering gears, and the improved reload. So totally box standard agile build here with 3 of everything except for the spotter plane. We get 4, 2.1 rudder and just about 38 knots. So here, in a minute, you'll see me firing my first urine-stained tracers, and you'll see how nasty and disgusting it actually looks. I don't know. I was playing in Division with Peak earlier today, and we were discussing how gross they look. Like they're so yellow, they are almost green, and yeah, that's just not very nice. I will not be playing my ships with these tracers here. Well, maybe the Germans, because I don't have anything else I can put on the ship, and I like the colored tracers, even if they are urine stained or urine colored. Yeah. Anyway, we're not here to talk about urine the whole video, only a part of it. So I'm pushing in. I want to be able to whack this destroyer that's obviously here in the cap, and my destroyer is a little bit timid. He doesn't want to spot, so we'll keep going, and we're just gonna evade these torps here with the 38 knot build, and then hopefully I can get into a position here where I can use my sonar to unmask that destroyer. He was just spotted for a second out there, so I know roughly where he is. And the battleship is doing its thing on the Weimar here, so I'm just going to remove him with a good AP salvo here from less than 5 kilometers. That's gotta hurt. So the DD is right here to my left, so I just gotta pop my sonar on. I have it on now because in case he's shooting torpedoes, I mean, that's what I would do, because he knows he's going to get flanked by Hipper here, and usually that's not something you would like to happen. So just popping it on a little bit early here, perhaps a little bit too early if we have to nitpick here, but anyway, he is within range now of the wonderful 5.6 kilometer German sonar here. It's 2/3 of a radar, so it's just so useful. And he realizes that I have him spotted, and he stops and he fires torpedoes, and of course we have that dialed in, so we'll just outturn him basically. And at the same time we are kicking him out of the cap, and just keeping those battleships to my right behind the islands. So I'm not gonna take any nasty citadels while I do this. And then of course I need this destroyer gone because I'm betting everything on getting this guy here out of the game. And I don't see a lot of cooperation from the other 2 blue ships over here. And he's doing his best to dodge my shells, and he's actually doing a pretty good job at it, so I don't want him to escape. And my sonar runs out here, and that's of course unfortunate, but I do get in this last nasty salvo here that sets him on fire. So I'm kind of hoping that that'll be it for him, and the other destroyer gets the kill. But anyway, that's not the point. We have taken this flank now, and that's pretty much what I wanted. So I'll have a look at the map now, and I can see that, okay, there's only 1 battleship left over here, so there's no point hanging around over here. And we're doing pretty bad over at C, so it's probably a good idea to start moving in towards the middle of the map, in towards B, so we can defend that cap. And of course, at the same time, never take any chances. Like, if I was in a division, I would leave this cap and leave it up to the battleship to finish the capping. But you can never trust your teammates to actually cap when you play solo, so you have to stick around here and finish the capping. See this destroyer here leaving the cap? We almost had it, but yeah. Anyway, like I said, I'm just gonna make sure we actually kept this cap here, and then I'm going to move in towards the B, and it's gonna cost some time, but I think it's more important to make sure that we actually have a cap down than rushing into the middle, although I like rushing into the middle. And that was a very nasty triple citadel there on the Mogami, and I bet he didn't expect that to happen. So he's on the run now, so there's no point running after him. I'll just keep shooting him and getting another citadel there. I don't even know how that happened, but I'm not gonna complain. So he's obviously out of the game now. Even if he returns back in, he has so little health that he's not a threat to anyone. So there is no point chasing this guy, although everybody seems to chase him. I am heading towards B, because you can see we are losing the C cap pretty heavily, and we'll need to set up some sort of defense in the middle of the map here to push back. Well, the push that's going to inevitably come from C, because the Reds are down 1 cap, so they're going to really want B. So we're going to have to defend it, and that's why I'm just trying to get into a good position to do that. It's a bit hard to see what's going on over there, but it doesn't look like anyone's really in a position to contest B yet. So that's why I'm thinking, okay, I'll go all the way into B and use my torpedoes and my sonar to see if I can set up some nasty surprises. I am a little worried about that Bismarck over there, because no one's really checking him, as in the game chess, not checking him out. But I'll just have to chance it, basically, because I want to get in here, and of course as soon as he sees me, he fires at me. But we'll just take the nastiness out of his salvo there, and while he's reloading, I can safely show broadside. I'm still debating whether I should shoot some torps in case he's coming around, but then on the other hand, I'm thinking, there's a mines right there. I mean, he's not going to come around that corner. Well, I mean, you never know, but you know, if you had any sort of understanding in the game, you would not push around that corner, and he is obviously not doing that. So that's why we're going to focus on this Summers here instead. And I have my sonar ready. I'm just waiting for this guy here to smoke up, and then I'll smoke him, so to speak. And we're using the fast rudder, so we can get all turrets into action here, not just the 2 front ones. And now I need to go bow in, because I don't know if he's got torps out for me. I'm pretty sure he does. And we pop the magnificent sonar on here. It's just so good. I love this sonar. I wish more cruisers had it. That extra range just makes it so good. So we're going to take a bit of a beating here, but I'm going to go all in on this destroyer here. We need to take him out. We need to remove him, because then we've won the battle. Then my team is the only team left with a destroyer, and that's usually the Q. And we'll just put the rudder to use again, get all 4 turrets into action, so we can remove this guy here once and for all. Although it didn't happen. Actually have to do another broadside here. Sometimes these destroyers here, they just get away with too much, I think. But anyway, that's it. Finished. And just gotta be careful with the Edinburgh, because I'm giving him broadside, and I just need to get into a position where I can, reposition and go bow in on this guy, because I kind of want to take his cap. And of course, no one else is challenging the guy who's trying to take B. I mean, I ran the destroyer off, but I'm not really in a position to surprise that battleship in there. So that's why I'm thinking, okay, I'll head over and see if I can wrestle C from the cruiser instead. But as always, if you can reset someone in a cap, and you can do it without getting spotted, well, you should. You definitely should, because it's going to buy your team time, and it's going to buy myself time here. Like, we are ahead by 200, almost 250 points, but I'm sure you know that these things can change very, very rapidly. So I'm just shooting some preemptive torps there to make sure that the battleship stays in the cap, or that he doesn't, rush out, because I need to figure out where this Edinburgh is hiding. Now it would be very nice to have radar on Hipper, but obviously we don't have that. So I just kind of have to put my trust in my team to keep resetting that battleship in there, and it doesn't seem like much is happening. So I'm quite happy with my choice to go over here on this flank now. So we're just pretty much going to give the B cap to the Reds, and there's not much I can do about it. Well, there is, but that means giving up the C cap. And I think it's more important to grab this cap here, because we're going to lose B no matter what. So might as well grab this one here to be absolutely sure that we win, while the rest of my team are shooting at the battleship over there. I mean, there's no way he's going to move into a position to be able to cap again, because all the caps are just so far away. So if I grab this cap here, then we are almost certain we're going to win this battle here. We are down 3 versus 2, but I mean, that can change rapidly. Like I said before, nothing is certain in this game here, that's for sure. Now, it is a joy to play Hipper on, especially, you know, maps like this, where it can really flex its muscles. You know, its surprise attack muscles. That's really what it does best. Like I did in the beginning with that destroyer. It's just very, very satisfying ship to play. And of course, the AP is also just nasty. You saw that, what was it, Mogami earlier, triple citadeled and took like 90% of his health in one salvo. And then of course the accuracy on Hipper. This is just an accurate cruiser. If you aim at something, you're going to hit it. And I don't even have an accuracy build on this ship. I never have had that. I always run an agile build on it. And there is absolutely no need for improved reload or better dispersion or anything like that. And I don't think there is on any cruiser, to be honest. I think it's much better to spec into some utility like 3 sonars here and 3 heals. I mean, that's much more useful than a little bit of extra reload or a little bit of extra AP penetration. I mean, I don't think that's worth it. But anyway, there are different opinions out there, and that's just my opinion. So just like Edinburgh, I mean, Hipper is a free tech tree ship, and anyone can get it, like provided you play the game enough and you make enough silver and you make enough XP down the line to be actually able to unlock it. Or you can use green XP to, you know, cheat your way to it, so to speak. And like Edinburgh, it is a really, really good cruiser. It's just so, it's such a multi-role cruiser. It is lacking in the radar, which is a problem in some games. But then on the other hand, you have a very, very good sonar. And it does make up for the radar problem sometimes. And of course, then sometimes you just wish, oh, I wish I had that 9-kilometer radar. But then you just have to make it work. Like push in early on and make an island your waifu, and then pop your sonar in there. You cannot really sit from 9 kilometers away, unfortunately, although that would be pretty cool. But it would also make Hippo far too overpowered. After the reload boost we got to the ship here about, I'm guessing that's about a year ago now, it's nasty. It's very, very, very good ship, and it's better than its premium cousin, the Prince Eugen. There's absolutely no reason to play Eugen these days because Hipper is just better. Absolutely better. Eugen has somewhat improved armor in some ways, but really, once you play these ships, you won't feel the difference. And if you like agile builds on your cruisers, then you should definitely go with Hipper because it's more agile than Eugen. Not by much, but it is. The turning radius is smaller, the rudder shift is faster, and obviously, like I said before, the reload is very, very nice. I think I have about 9.5 seconds on this ship here, and that's just great. I love that. I like Hipper because you can trust this ship. It's like a dependable German car, you know. It always starts in the morning, and when you aim at a broadside with your AP loaded and you know how to lead your target, you will be rewarded most of the time. Of course, not all the time, but most of the time. So for example here, as I'm going to finish off this battle here, just go bow in on the Bismarck first. So I'll take the sting out of his AP, that's sure to be sent at me. And then there he fires, and we're just going to fit in between the shells and then use the fast rudder to broadside him before he gets into cover. And that's about it there. Finished. And that's what I mean. That's why I love Hipper. It's the dependable ship, and I like dependable ships. It's accurate, it's powerful, it's agile, it's just everything that I like. So that's 3350 XP battle there, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you out there.